Physical and chemical changes in matter. Matter is everything that has mass and takes up space. Everything around us, from the air we breathe to the food we eat, is made up of matter. Matter can change in different ways, and these changes can be classified into two main categories: physical changes and chemical changes. Understanding the differences between these two types of changes is important for studying science and how the world works. What are physical changes? A physical change is a change that affects one or more physical properties of a substance without changing its chemical composition. This means that the substance remains the same at the molecular level, even if its appearance or state changes. Physical changes can often be reversed. Here are some key points to remember about physical changes. Examples of physical changes. Melting ice. When ice melts, it changes from a solid to a liquid, but it is still water, H2O. Breaking glass. When you break a glass, the pieces are still glass. Their shape has changed, but their chemical structure has not. Dissolving sugar in water. When sugar dissolves in water, it mixes evenly, but both the sugar and water keep their chemical identities. Properties affected. Physical changes can affect various properties, such as shape, size, texture, and state: solid, liquid, gas. For example, when you cut a piece of paper, you change its size and shape, but it is still paper. Reversibility. Many physical changes are reversible. If you freeze water into ice, you can melt it back into water. However, not all physical changes are reversible, such as tearing a piece of paper. What are chemical changes? A chemical change, on the other hand, involves a change in the chemical composition of a substance. During a chemical change, the atoms and the molecules rearrange to form new substances with different properties. Here are some important characteristics of chemical changes. Examples of chemical changes. Rusting iron. When iron rusts, it reacts with oxygen in the air to form iron oxide, a new substance. Burning wood. When wood burns, it reacts with oxygen to produce ash, smoke, and gases. The original wood is no longer present. Baking a cake. When you bake a cake, the ingredients undergo chemical reactions that create new flavors, textures, and substances. Properties affected. Chemical changes often result in new physical and chemical properties. For instance, rust is not magnetic like iron. It has a different appearance and structure. Irreversibility. Most chemical changes are not easily reversible. Once you burn a piece of paper, you cannot turn the ash back into paper. How to distinguish between physical and chemical changes? To distinguish between physical and chemical changes, you can ask yourself a few questions. Is the substance still the same? If the answer is yes, it is likely a physical change. If no, it's probably a chemical change. Can the change be reversed? If the change can be undone easily, it is likely a physical change. If the change results in new substances that cannot be returned to their original form, it is a chemical change. Are new substances formed? If new substances are produced, it indicates a chemical change. Conclusion. Understanding the differences between physical and chemical changes is essential for students studying science. Recognizing the characteristics and examples of each type of change helps us better understand the materials and reactions we encounter in our daily lives. Whether you are melting ice or rusting iron, knowing whether a change is physical or chemical allows you to appreciate the fascinating processes that occur in the world around us. By observing and experimenting with matter, you can see firsthand how these changes happen and learn more about the science behind them. Remember, matter is all around us, and every change tells a story. Please hit the subscribe button below. It's free and helps to keep videos coming to you.